It's a danger zone. You in the middle of a war, don't leave your banger home.
They say being locked up is like the next thing to death sometimes, you know?
Oh, no, I felt buried alive.
It's a danger zone. You in the middle of a war, don't leave your banger home.
All right, what's going on, y'all? As y'all know, my name is ATM Ray. We got special guests today. Give us a brief description about yourself, brother, man. Tell the people, man, who you are. You got a story to tell.
Well, I go by J.S. Russell, Freedom Poet, because that's what I've been doing. I actually wrote my freedom. I was down for 12 years. I'm a returning citizen, doing well. Um, was a behind the wall mentor. Now I'm a beyond the wall mentor. So the story about all that is got convicted of first degree murder 2013. Sentenced to life or suspended with 50 years. That got modified to life or suspended with 49 years. So technically in the Maryland system, I'm supposed to be doing half of that before seeing parole. But by God's grace, the reentry court, shout out to all of them that thought that it was necessary to give me a second chance, that I deserved it, seen the work. I'm here. One of the beautiful things about my story, right? First of all, while in the county jail, I was in the county jail for like 32 and a half months. 32 and a half months because I had to fight my situation. I had a mistrial, had to go back. And this the whole thing, man. You think, oh, you had a mistrial, I should have been out of there. But nah, they just had more ammunition to get me. You know what I'm saying? But learning the laws and learning how ambiguous it can be, it just is what it is, because still God had a plan for me. So in that time, what I realized, though I might have been getting a little bit of money in the street, that's not what my life was supposed to be for. You know what I'm saying? And then actually, if I was in prison, and I damn sure wasn't that good at it, huh? So I made the decision, was like, look, I got to do something different. Like, if I got the chance, and this is before I actually got found guilty and sentenced, if I had the chance to beat my situation, what would I be doing? So when I took that time, analyzed my life, analyzed my situation, it was like, you don't have a college degree, you don't have a trade. What is it that you can do? And so for me, being a writer, I wrote. And this the thing though, right? Like, cuz Rhett, being up there them summers, he used to always be in them spiral notebooks. And that's how I got it. Like, I came up, them summers that I was in there in them 90s, and I'm saying it was written, reasonable doubt. I was there for all that, the best of Biggie. So that's what we used to do. So that is what helped me get right with this poetry. Yeah.
So, for those that don't know, this is my cousin right here. And he did a 12 piece. How long you been out?
6 months.
6 months. You say you wrote. You wrote. So did you start writing as soon as you went in, or not right away?
Like I said, like way back when I was young. So let's say if we talking about 95, I gotta be like 9 or 10. So I've been writing since way back then. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, why I decided to, when I'm a self-published author, what got me to writing is I had so many notebooks of poetry, was doing that in high school. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't good at counting bars, so I gave up on the rap stuff. And then at the same time, I didn't want to promote the wrong stuff. Like, I knew what my life was like, but it was like, do I want to contribute to this, even though I don't want to live the life that I'm, but I do want to get me some money. So it was like, nah, so I chose a different lane. So what happened was, with everything that happened to me, I lost all my writings because of some situation with the woman I was dealing with before going in.
Yeah.
And so that's the hardship about anything with people in prison. People would tell you, you can lose everything. And people that you thought was going to be there for you, you'll learn something different. You know what I'm saying? Like, because this broad, she turned state on me and everything. I'm gonna tell you the funny thing, cuz like, thing is so funny, cuz like, this was my joint. I was in love with her and everything.
Yeah.
And I knew she had been married to a dude before that was in, so she was like, I can't do no biz, but I ain't know that she was gonna do with me like that. So
Yeah.
when that money came off the phone and she ain't do like it did with the rest of the work and da 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 da, I'm
Yeah.
saying I needed money for the lawyer and
Yeah.
all that was done. Oh man, it crushed me. I'm talking about when I got in the state and could order the CDs, I'm listening to Luther. Don't you remember you
Damn.
told me you love me,
Damn.
baby?
Hey,
But
so
yeah,
when you go in, they find out who really rocking with you, man.
man. But it's a learning lesson because
Yeah.
when you're in that life,
Mm-hmm.
you understand, or some people do, or some people don't. You get to start seeing who's with you for what, this, that, and the third. And
Right.
it's one of those things where it was a learning lesson. But the thing with the woman is so much I lost all of my stuff, which was all of my rights.
Mm.
And you could say up until that point that was my life's work. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Beyond the other stuff that I was doing. So what was crazy is I'm like, okay, I never want that to happen again. So when I decided that this writing thing was going to do, I'm like, I got to learn how not only to protect my work, but how to have this work and use it for me.
Yeah.
So good man by the name of Sean Gardner came from North Branch, which that's a maximum security in Maryland,
Mm.
down to RCI, which was a medium. And he started teaching the self-publishing class, which was impressive was
That's
usually
hard.
they don't let guys, you know what I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
that's in run classes. So I'm just thinking like, man, these North Branch niggas is different. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
what's up,
it's
though.
like cool. So when he started doing that, he giving game, which a lot of times people might be trying to hold it to themselves, but he was always generous with his resources, teaching people stuff like that. And that's how I became a behind the wall mentor. And we just been rocking like that ever since. And it was fortunate enough that even became my cell buddy before I
Mm.
transitioned out the system. But learned a lot from
Wow.
that dude. So um, the whole writing thing. And off of that assist that he gave me,
Mm-hmm.
8 books while I was in the joint.
Mm.
8 books, 6 of them poetry, 2 children's books. The children's books was to show my daughter that I love her. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like, cause fathering or parenting from the joint is something different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So how you coping there, man, when things got rough? 12 years, that's some time, man. Like what was your coping methods?
Actually, the writing was
Okay.
so. What I learned later on was they call it therapeutic journaling. But
All
like
right.
sometimes I had to go, be writing out my frustrations, and sometimes I end up writing myself into a solution. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because it wasn't always just poetry. It might be some other stuff. I mean, of course, the typical working out. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Sometimes it might mess with wine, but
Yeah.
that could add to the trouble. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
generally it was the writing, and then also like you know going to go see a therapist
Right.
because I really felt like I was going crazy in that gym.
Going crazy in there. Like, you know what I'm saying? They say being locked up is like the next thing to death sometimes.
Oh no, I felt buried alive.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you why, because it seemed like nothing was moving. It
Mm-hmm.
wasn't until like maybe towards the end when I like start seeing motion, start seeing people start
Yeah.
transitioning this and that and stuff
Yeah.
happening. But like I'm fighting, I'm grinding, I'm trying to, you know, use everything that I can to show people that I'm not who I was.
Mm.
I'm not my mistake. So I'm writing these books, I'm sending these letters to different people, trying to get some advocacy.
Yeah.
Because people not so readily trying to help somebody that's in there.
Yeah.
Like I remember good man Johnny James, right? Johnny James, like been through the system, but he had a lot of a lot of wisdom.
Yeah.
He was hipping me to the pen pal list. So
Mm.
he gave me a pen pal list of like 60 mega churches across America.
Mm.
I wrote them all. Only like maybe small percentage wrote back. Let's say like 5 or 6.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm doing stuff like that. And even when I got hip to different things to where I can write this, write that, shout out to Pen America, NYU review law and social change,
Mm-hmm.
the prison journalism project. Also, it's some other things that I may be overlooking. Amani Soiree with Soiree Media with the Right to Vote report. Tia Hamilton with State versus Us. Different people that actually had resources that not only did these people do that, but they also published my work. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I'm in there trying to establish myself, sharpen my craft. I even took the Stratford jump. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm serious about this. Like, I'm like, let me sharpen my pen. You know what I'm saying? To make sure I can make a way for myself.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's great to know. Like, basically, you kind of was using your time wisely. Like being in there, you develop your skill, you sharpen your skill when you could have used that time in any other ways. I'm pretty sure you had bad days just like everybody else. But like, as far as like writing and stuff, have you ever get into like the audio book type of thing yet? Or you thought about it?
so this the thing, right? And so this, yeah, definitely recognition to Jay Renee with Prison Riot Radio. She was the first one that offered me the platform to where I could just do my thing on her. You know, she got the YouTube thing. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like, and so I was trying to do audio books with her over the prison phone. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But the quality wasn't that good. So
Okay.
we was doing our thing, like she was recording me, stuff like that. You know, all of it's raw. It's, you know what I'm saying? Straight
Okay.
from off the prison phone, or once we graduated to the tablet and stuff like that. So I did what I could, but the quality of it wasn't what it should have been. So it's coming to you. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? All of that stuff is gonna be in the making.
That's
Everything that I
great.
used to write down, I'm
Hmm.
definitely get to it.
Another thing too, man. I know you just came home and all that, but I heard that ebooks is electronic books. Heard that been getting like very popular, like very
Oh yeah,
popular.
all of my jumps that
So
was on there,
yeah,
they was ebooks too. This was
okay,
my thing though. Like, all right, so like I told you, Sean Goddard put me down with game with the it was Create Space first with
yeah,
Amazon.
yeah,
Now it became KDP. But
yeah,
because I'm in there, I had to do everything third party. I didn't have an Amazon account, didn't
yeah,
have access to the internet. So my peoples would switch up. And then like, you know, rest in peace, Mom Maxine, she, you know what I'm saying, had the account for my first two books.
yeah.
So she's not somebody that I could actually be like, get access to that. My good friend Katina Hawkins, she did a couple of them for me. I'm
Okay,
saying that's a blessing. She still had the manuscripts and stuff like that, but still, she lost the laptop and stuff, so it's different. So then, even dealing with Crystal Publications, which I can't even get in contact with this lady now, which I paid for the service.
hmm,
You know, as far as getting the rights to everything, when I come home dealing with KDP,
yeah,
it's a conflict because they like, well, you don't have this account, prove that it's you.
hmm,
Even though I had copyrights to some of the stuff, the majority of the stuff was copywritten. And
yeah.
I'm saying doing the $85 through the mail, it still was like I had to prove that I was who I was to have rights to do what I need to do. So that was the little struggle, but everything getting smoothed out now.
Yeah, I got a memory with you, man, from when I
Oh
was
yeah.
younger. Yeah, like I told you before, that's my cousin, yo. So I got a memory with this guy. So I was probably in middle school. I think I was in middle school. Yeah, I was might have been. Yeah, I was in middle school, and my pops was in prison. My dad was in prison, and you know, we had our moments. I was woofing. I had like I had an afro. I was woofing. Like I needed to cut bad, and this dude was like, "Come on, Kyle, I'm taking you to get your hair cut. You can't go see your dad like that, man. Come on." You know what I mean? I never forgot that, man. I appreciated that. You know what I'm saying? Because it showed you got hurt. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
you probably want my pops to see me looking rough, coming to visit him, and then you know. But yeah, that's a memory with this guy, man. So I never forgot that. You know what I'm saying? But on another tip, I got a question, man. Um, you doing all that time and you coming home, um, the new technology environment, like how that make you feel? Seeing like, you know, the updated iPhones and the everything is through the internet now. Like everything is, you know.
I'm gonna tell you the funny stuff. Like I was behind in technology even before when I was out. Like for real. Like I
Yeah.
remember my last phone was a BlackBerry Curve. You
Mm.
probably don't even remember that. But
Mm-mm.
look, the first iPhone and Android was not the Android. I think Nextel had something else. It was called something else. But look, they had that then, but it was new. So I was like, I'm gonna chill on that because people
Mm-hmm.
doing little stuff. It got to get rid of the bugs and all that other stuff. But that was right before I went in, and I wanted to update to one of them joints, but never got the chance to
Yeah.
because that curve was outdated. Like when nobody messing with the chirp or nothing no more, and you
Mm-hmm.
know me being in the streets hustling and stuff. Like certain things was like cool for that,
Yeah.
but you know, like it was what it was. So coming back, the reality of I seen it as opportunity, but still there's that learning curve. I'm still
Mm-hmm.
trying to learn the jump. It's 6 months out, and of course, for my urinalysis, I put in reminders because I missed one before that would set me back a little bit. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? So I never wanted to make that mistake again. So it's like learning how to use everything to schedule my time, using everything to, you know what I'm saying, be more efficient and effective. You know,
Right.
so and to get to it. Do like what you doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm posting, trying my best to learn everything because it's still I got content, you know what I'm saying, to put out there. Like I
Mm.
told you, I'm a freedom poet. Like I got that like so much that I'm not going to be able to just hit you with memorized stuff because there's so much of it, but I do got a few.
You doing the 12 piece and everything. We was in the music culture kind of changed. It's a lot of drill rapping, a lot of dissing the dead, just like more disrespectful music. Like, have you heard the music that been out lately with the?
So this is stuff that made me feel old because of course I held on to the stuff that I liked. Like before I came in, bumping a whole lot of it was Gucci, Jeezy, Gotti. Like
Okay.
I some of that stuff I thought Gotti was rapping about me. Had the 4.5 cocaine music out. I was
Yeah.
copping 4.5. I was like, yeah, this me. But then, you know what I'm saying, like as I get hip to like Dirk and guys like that, and you know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying, just tell you a little bit how ignorant it is. I like Black Youngster. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But it's
Okay.
like, you know what I'm saying, it's
Yeah.
crazy. But yeah, like so it's like when I say it though, I also know that it's always a reflection of the culture. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's the expression of what we be going through. And
Yeah.
it's not that I feel bad about it. It's just that I'm where I'm at where it's like I hope that guys have a little bit more foresight to see the effect that it has. Yeah, we rapping about our situations, but after a while, once you got some money, is that still your situation? And
Yeah.
then on top of that, if it's contributing to something, what's happening? So I don't fault them because I came up listening to Scarface and Pac and Bone. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Where it was like, so none of this is new. We just call it different stuff. And it's been the same thing. Like it's always been kill, murder, get money, certain things, be disrespectful to women. And I'm saying what should be like, man, as you get older,
Mm-hmm.
more conscious, you like, nah, that's not what it is. But the big thing is, for me, coming up under that cash money and stuff like that, and
Mm-hmm.
like people like listening to Wayne, I used to be tripping because I'd be like, look, Slim like close to my age. If he
Yeah.
was rapping and in the studio at 12, do you think that he really putting that, you know what I'm saying, doing
Right.
all it? But so many people would be affected. And I tell people like, look, it's entertainment.
Yeah.
These guys are talented. Some people have lived that life, and unfortunately, some of them have died in that life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But it's few and far in between that can actually exceed and excel. Like you're not gonna get a Jay-Z every day.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying? You're
Mm.
not gonna get a Yo Gotti or some other people that may have actually been in the streets and have been successfully. You know what I'm saying? They what's my man ESG? You know what I'm saying? What's
Yes.
with the
The STG.
EST? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like shorty that then been in that and been able to be successful. You're not gonna get a lot of them because some of them getting smacked.
Yeah.
They either getting that time or they getting whacked. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
It's true.
And that's not to mention like When you in that life, I'm gonna speak for myself. Using drugs, you could end up a junkie. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's one of those things where it's like, how do we do better? And how do we let the children know, like, there's a cost with all of this, for real.
Yeah, man. That's deep. That's very deep. So, I gotta ask, man. Give me three states, countries, it don't matter. 3 places you would love to visit.
Well, I used to watch that Below Deck, right? So I want to hit the Mediterranean. It don't
Okay.
even, it's all types of countries around there, but I just want to hit the Mediterranean, be in a yacht, and dive off the side of that jump. So whether it's any of them countries in there, I want to hit Fiji. It's beautiful.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And of course, like, I wouldn't mind um, visiting the Middle East, whether it's Egypt or Israel, whatever, the Dead Sea, something like that, just to get more in that spiritual area and learn something about that.
Yeah.
And then, like, gotta hit Rio,
Yeah.
Dominican Republic. Gotta hit those spots like that, man. But I love the Caribbean. You been in the Caribbean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know you've been traveling, but
A little
once
bit.
I experienced blue water, white sand, palm trees, it's like
That's when it's lit.
that is heaven.
Yeah.
So being fortunate to hit the Bahamas and Miami, stuff like that, it's like it sings to me. So wherever that is, that's where I'm trying to be.
Okay.
Yeah, a little
Sounds
bit more
good.
than 3 spots, but that's
Yeah,
with my
to get it
mind
off,
thinking
get it
like,
out
yeah,
there, man.
exactly.
Get it out there. So you said you was facing 50 years, right?
No, I was facing life plus.
Life plus 50 years.
No, life plus whatever they wanted to give
Whatever.
me. Like maybe life
What
plus 30.
what kept your confidence up? What kept you positive when you was facing all of that?
So this what happened, right? Well, first of all, like, excuse me, I'm going through my situation, facing that first degree jump, where I know that I wasn't in my right mind.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know the law, knowing that if you under the influence, that automatically drop you down to second degree. And I knew that this wasn't my intention. It was never my intention to do that to that man. You know what I'm saying? Under circumstances, it became something that was horrendous. So I had to fight that. Then the fact of the matter, I was 25 when I caught this. They was telling me a cop like 30 to 50 or 40. I'm like, I can't comprehend that. I never been alive for 30 years, let alone 30 to 50. Y'all could give me anything in that. I can't cop to that. Then 40 years? Hell no. You know what I'm saying? So I knew enough to know that if I fought, that I would retain my rights so that I could have an appeal, so that I could have a modification, so that I could do certain things. So while I'm in that zone, I'm reading my Bible, right? And going through, you can read a book, or will I rather read a chapter of Proverbs every day of the month, because it's 31 of them. So depending on what the length of the month is. And if you do every, believe it's every 30 or every 60, I want to say, of Psalms, you can read that whole book within a month. So what I kept hearing was trusting God, or reading rather, trusting God, wait, fight, trusting God, wait, fight. And it was on various levels, because I took the message as trusting God, wait on what was going to happen, and fight my situation. But also, I had to trust in God and fight them niggas in that joint. Like, for real, like, because normally you know what I'm saying, not trying to get into nothing, but you in the joint, people ain't going to respect that. It's crazy, because it's like, just like in school, you could look at kids and look at, you know what I'm saying, street stuff like that. Like, though violence beget violence, when they know you gonna go, they gonna think twice. You know what I'm saying? And ain't like I'm a small dude, but this light skin stuff be having people fooled. You know what I'm saying? So it be that, you
So
know
you
what I'm
gotta turn
saying?
up.
And like anywhere else, man, if you got neighborhoods or you got whatever crews or whatever, people won't feel as though they got nothing. But when they know that You don't give a damn about none of that. And you gonna knock your head off. Know what I'm saying, or you just gonna go with whatever gonna come with you. It is what it is. Like I done had my experience where I wasn't trying to do that. That
Yeah.
people try to play me for a sucker,
Yeah.
which is not where I am.
You
So
had
it's
to show
like you
your
got me
teeth.
messed up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then just be like, that's how it is. So after realizing that this is how things is, you know what I'm saying? That's what got to be done. So whether it was for me to set the tone or dealing with my life, it's like you gotta fight for it, and that's the lesson that I learned, and that's what I took. And it's the same thing for going after this success.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fight for it. You know what I'm saying?
As you
Like what I
should.
got to lose? This life. You know what I'm saying? We only get one of them, but it's up to us what we do with it. You hear me?
Everybody got their own 24 hours, y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Chill don't pay the bills.
Man, look, I'm like this, man, and we both know my pops, right? You know what I'm saying? May he rest in power. Crazy motherfucker. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But the thing about it is he lived.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You ex-military, you talking to me about how he was in the Air Force, over in Guam, stuff like that. And he
Yeah.
wasn't dumb. He just was crazy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And
Crazy
not crazy
Clyde.
like mental, but like that. But
Yeah.
he lived the life that he, you know what I'm saying, how he is. So it's like, man, the only other thing that I know about, he ain't carry himself with no fear. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He
I
ain't give
know.
a damn.
Yeah, he
You know what I'm
did.
saying? And people love him for that.
He
So it's
did.
like with all of this, like, what is there to fear? You can't have fear and faith in the same area. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Either you gonna do what you need to do or you not. You know what I'm saying? And if you not, then you missing your chance. You missing your opportunity. Like I'm living this. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Um, what's your handle, man? How can people reach you? How can people potentially see your work? Instagram, emails, anything you want to give out to the people?
Well look, JS Russell 56 on IG. I believe it's JS Russell 5 on TikTok. I gotta work on doing that. I'm only 6 months out, so I'm still learning all of this stuff. Facebook JS Russell, Jamal Russell. I don't know. I'm still trying to get all that. Gotta develop the YouTube page, gotta develop the X, all of that, but it's still coming towards you. So if you look on Amazon, KDP, or Amazon Prime, or whatever, you might be able to catch some of the books before they take it down. J.S. Russell or Jamal Russell. I done did 8 books while incarcerated. Writing Freedom in the Pen, Writing Freedom in the Pen Volume. Hold on, Writing Freedom from Within the Pen, Writing Freedom in the Pen Volume 2, Writing Freedom Volume 3, Poems from a Prison Church, Love Locked In, um, Malia's Daddy and the Magical Mashed Potatoes and Gravy, The Princess, the Dragon, and the Wizard and the Golden Pumpkin, and J.S. Russell, the Prison Poet, Live from the Pen. And those is just the ones that I'm redoing. So some of them are being taken down, some of them getting republished, but they still coming to you. As soon as I get this GPS off of me, I'm on these open mics. I'm
Okay.
saying I'm not playing. Um, Behind the Wall Mentors, we got the magazine, but we need funding for that so we can get them into the juvenile system and to the young men in the system, the emerging adults. Like it don't stop because I've been doing all of this work, and now that I got everything that I'm actually out here, you know what I'm saying, go crazy. You know what I'm saying, I gotta lay down the blueprint for anybody that's in the system or anybody in a hardship, how you take that and turn adversity into advantage and be able to succeed. Be working with some of the people within prison ministry, First Baptist at Glen Arden, with this prison to prosperity pipeline. I'm in Reed Temple AME. Got to get that AME church involved because according to the 13th Amendment, you get locked up, you're a slave. We already know what that done to black people. So the thing is, how do we do the things that we need to do to invest in our people to
Yeah.
make things better? That's where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Just using my pain and making it my purpose. And I'm going to do this.
For sure, for sure. Thank you for your time, man. Y'all gonna see a lot more of them. 6 months out, he got a lot of more time to go, man. But anyway, ATM Rig, All Time Media. Like, comment, and subscribe. Tell us how y'all feel. We out, man. Till next time.
It's a danger zone. You in the middle of a war, don't leave your banger home.